Hello everybody, today from No Worries RVing, we're going to be visiting Fort Warren in Boston Harbor. It's a historic fort standing right at the entrance to Boston Harbor. It is named after Revolutionary War hero Dr. Joseph Warren. Fort Warren was constructed from 1833 to 1861, finished just in time for the Civil War. The Union fortified the fort with over 200 big guns like Rodman cannon, mortars, and howitzers. The only action the fort saw during the Civil War was as a prison. The fort's commander during the Civil War was Colonel Justin Dimmick. Colonel Dimmick was an old Army regular and very religious man who was inclined to overlook sectional differences and treat everyone under his authority in a humane manner. When Colonel Dimmick's son, Lieutenant Justin Dimmick, left the fort for service in the 2nd U.S. Artillery, he was given a letter from Confederate officers in the camp urging good care should he be captured. Following the Civil War, the military continued to utilize the fort and keep the guns upgraded to the most modern technology of the time period. World War I soon broke out, and the fort began its gradual decline as the guns were removed and shipped to France, although none saw service in the war. During World War II, the fort served as a control center for Boston Harbor's South Minefield. The remaining guns were removed starting in 1942 until the last big gun was removed in 1944. The fort was decommissioned in 1947 following World War II. In 1958, Massachusetts bought the fort from the federal government, spent 3 years doing an initial restoration, and opened it to the public in 1961. In 1970, the fort was designated a National Historic Landmark. Today, the fort is the centerpiece of the Boston Harbor Islands National Recreation Area. Visiting Fort Warren today, you will take a boat ride to the island and disembark to a visitor center where you can catch a guided tour or just explore on your own. It is yours to explore as you wish. We met at least 2 school field trips during our time on the island. There is plenty to explore, but even stone and granite are starting to show their age. As you explore the fort, you will see granite gun emplacements where large cannons protected the harbor and the people of Boston. You can explore ammunition magazines fortified to withstand a return in bombardment. You can peer through portholes that soldiers once stood guard at, looking for the enemy. You can look down on parade fields where soldiers like the 12th Massachusetts once trained. You will hear their stories that only the walls can tell, like stories of attempted escapes, stories about life as a Union officer charged with guarding prisoners during a time of conflict, or even stories about what it was like being stationed on an island during a war, battling boredom. Places like this have a story to tell, and lessons can be learned if you want to learn. This is not just an old fort, an obsolete remnant of history, ready to fall over at any time. This is real history at the place it happened. Here's the recipe we use for our Instant Pot creamy Alfredo. We use 3/4 pound Dreamfields pasta, which is 1 box. 3 cups of water, that's just to cover the pasta in the Instant Pot. 1 pound of shrimp frozen. And we use pre-cooked before and it works fine. Or we've used raw shrimp, it works fine also. A tablespoon of olive oil. 1 small onion finely chopped. 2 tablespoons of butter. 1/3 cup chicken broth. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese. And then just a sprinkle of paprika over the top when it's done. Dreamfields Penny Regatta, 13.25 ounces. Dreamfields, it's our favorite. You can use any type of noodle. We use Dreamfields for everything. Just cover the noodles in water in your Instant Pot. Put about a teaspoon of oil. We use, what kind of oil is that? Olive oil. Cook it on high for 4 minutes. Just change the keep warm to off. That's it. Start. Once that's done, we drain the pasta and we cook the rest. Once the noodles were done, we took them out of the Instant Pot and put them over here to drain. We put the Instant Pot on saute on medium. We added 12 ounces of shrimp. Ours is pre-cooked, but we're going to heat it up again. Just a little bit of olive oil, paprika, and a little pinch of salt and pepper. And once those are done, we're going to remove those also. When the shrimp are done, you just remove them. Put them on a paper plate or something. Once the shrimp is removed, we just empty out the rest of the juice that's in there. We add the butter to the bottom.
I don't know how much. Where's the onion? Okay. That entire thing?
Mm-hmm. We add the onion.
The other garlic.
The minced garlic. We use this right here, just from Walmart, minced garlic. And what you want to do with that, once your onions and your butter is in here, you want to let them saute until they turn just a lightly brown. That gives them a nice flavor. It's called caramelizing. Once the onion and the garlic turn a light golden brown like that, you go ahead and add the chicken broth in. And we use that to scrape the bottom of the pan to deglaze it. The chicken broth will deglaze the bottom of the Instant Pot pan. And you let that become hot. Once the bottom of the pan is deglazed, and it becomes hot again, and next we add the 2 cups of whipping cream. And we're going to let that simmer for 2 minutes. What that's going to do is become really hot. Once the heavy whipping cream is set for 2 minutes, we're going to add the Parmesan cheese and stir it until it becomes, let it heat till it becomes creamy and smooth. After it's simmered for 2 minutes, we add the Parmesan cheese to our mixture. Stir it in. Our sauce become creamy and smooth.
Hey, can I have my wallet for a second?
Salt and pepper. I'll put a little bit of pico.
We add just a little bit of paprika to taste, a little more. That's good, John. Add just a touch more salt,
What was that?
touch more pepper. And then we add in the noodles again and the shrimp, and basically just stir it together, mix it all together. Once the noodles are added in, we add the shrimp, stir it all together. Once it's all stirred together, we turn the Instant Pot off. And it's ready to eat. True camping style, you put it on a paper plate, eat it with a plastic fork. You have a great meal. Easy to make, something real easy to do while you're camping.